This video is about boosting your sales.
Yeah, so it's all about listing and boosts. So every time you list, you want to calculate your listing because it does give you boosts, which is brilliant. But it also means you want to use it effectively.
Yeah, like we realized after a little while when we've been listing that we were getting boosts quite soon after, like the next day or the next sort of 12 to 24 hours. We were getting immediate boosts from listing. At the start, we didn't notice it so much. We just knew that because we had items, we were getting sales. That's all we thought. And then we started sort of really delving deep into it, and we realized that when we were listing, we were getting sales for the next couple of days. We actually got continuous boosts. So we've been using that, and then we've kind of actually figured it out, and it's really good that we have, so we can share it with you guys, and that's what we're doing now.
Definitely. So to start with, when your accounts are quite small, there's not too much of a difference. We're going to even say don't really worry about it to start with. But certainly when you're a couple months in, you definitely want to pay attention to this because I've even got a pretty good example of exactly how they can affect. I mean, first and foremost, before we do dive into that, we just want to talk quickly about hot items. Now, you guys won't have hot items to start with. I think it's just a case of going onto store settings though, and hot items will appear there.
Click on hot items.
And you've just got to click enable.
Enable and auto approve. And what the auto approve function is, and this is what I wish we could have auto approve for our items, to have like a schedule of those. Basically, it means that they'll automatically get listed. Hot items is meant to be easync. They say, I don't know how true this is, that they research hot selling products on Amazon and eBay, and then they grab those items if they can find them on Amazon and put them onto your easync store, which then gets listed onto eBay. By clicking auto approve, they get automatically approved when they do it, and this is almost on a daily basis.
Yeah, precisely.
And this will sort of start with, so it'll only start with like say 10 items a day, but as your store grows, it's relevant to how big your store is. So it'll go all the way up to, one of my stores, it does 100 items a day or every other day, which is good because you do actually get some sales.
Definitely, I would say about 10% of my sales to 20%, depending, are hot items. So when you're talking about relevancy, they really are good.
I like it. It's a good little feature.
Yeah, it's a good little feature. But anyway, the main topic obviously is listing boosts. And so here I've got my two graphs, and this is actually a pretty good example. So on this top graph is all about the amount of listings I have, and then the bottom graph is about my revenue. So as you can see on this graph here, where I've suddenly gone from 40,000 to 51,000, look at what my revenue was before, and then look at what it is after, and look at that immediate effect. And that's what we're talking about with the boost. Okay, so it has an immediate effect. Yeah. That is gonna
so within like a 24-hour period it has that effect. Yeah.
Gonna get the boost. Now I did a lot of listing sort of around this time period here, and as you can see, it does take and it almost has a negative effect to start with. Yeah. Which is why we list when your sales is at its worst. So we usually actually list about 12 o'clock maybe 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock.
So that is quite late, and I know not everyone's do that. So basically what we're saying is get those listings up and ready for a lot later, just before you go to bed.
Don't hit the create listing button, just get them ready. And then it is a case of, before you go to bed, quickly log on, create listings, done.
I've created a schedule around this now. So I actually I only list on a Thursday and a Sunday. Now, because it's the Christmas period right now, it's December right now, I've been listing up to 3 or 4 times a week. But that's because the sales are going crazy, which is great.
Yeah, jump on the train.
Yeah. But generally what I'll do is I'll list on a Thursday night and a Sunday night. I'll actually collect the data. So on the Chrome extension on Amazon, I'll collect the all the item numbers sort of during the day. So in the morning when I get up to make breakfast or anything like that, while I'm just doing other tasks, I'll just click that time and grab, get them ready, put them in notes. So there's Mac, you can use the notes, or on Windows, you have the little notes application. Really simple. I just paste them into there. So when you click copy onto the Chrome extension, paste them into there, save the file, and then just before I go to bed, I list them on eSync, then they're all listed for the next day, and then suddenly the next day I get a boost, and for about 2 or 3 days I'll get a nice boost, and it really does help. And remember to do it, to list them at a time when it's not during the day, otherwise you will see a sort of a dip in sales. Again, just do this when you get a limit increase. So as soon as you got your first limit increase, start to think, right, don't just spaff them all on like you did the first time. Then just sort of think, right, I'm going to offload these over the next week or two. So eventually your limit increase gets so big that you can actually do it over the whole month. Precisely. Until your next increase.
So also looking at the graphs, guys, just to show you more of backing up of what we're saying.
Yeah.
As you can see, for quite some period, I did not do a lot of listing. This was actually because I kept going on holidays. But anyway,
rich man problems.
Yeah, not quite, but yeah, could deal with better, worse problems. So,
yeah.
As you can see, there's a steady decline here, and as you can see from my graph as well, it's not been too bad.
No.
But there is a steady
you can see
decline,
the sort of the dip just there. Look, coming to November.
Yeah, it starts.
And during this time, I carried on my listing schedule, and I've actually seen a steady increase. So this is good to see someone where he's not been listing a lot, and you can see there was a little bit of a dip. It kind of backs it up, going the other way.
Definitely. And as you can see, probably between this week was just here. This was where I was really had dipped because I had not done any listing. Then suddenly, I start listing here, and look, straight away
it
goes back up.
Yeah,
and it goes back up, and then I list even more around here, and then big spike, and then spike continues. Then, because I delisted a lot of poor performers, okay, because once again I hadn't kept on top of it. And then look at that decrease.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it does work the other way as well. If you're delisting a lot of items, but Matt was just doing a massive cleanse because he realised he had loads of items over 60 days old. So he thought, right, let's just get this done once and for all. So now he can manage it on a weekly basis.
So my idea was take the hit for a couple of days and then get straight back on the spike, which is exactly what happened. So I've started listing again once here.
Look how nice it's been.
And then
yesterday.
Look at that spike from down there to then up there.
Yesterday was your best day.
On this account.
Nice.
This is probably.
So there you go. Literally yesterday, Matt's been listing recently. Yesterday, he had his best day on this account.
Yeah, there we go. 220 profit. So that's pretty much the reason why we're talking about listing boost.
Yeah.
And especially when you know this early on, it's definitely going to be more beneficial.
Yeah.
Keep it in mind and make sure you do it.
I'd say the main points to take out of this is just when you get your first increase, just remember, and from then on, list in the evenings. Don't list in the day. Prepare them if you can, because it just makes your life a lot easier. When I prepared them in the morning, in the evening I feel great because I'm just like, all I need to do is click a button and that's it. And then just turning hot items on as well. And if you create a little schedule all around that, it makes your life a lot easier and you'll get more sales.
Definitely. So there we go, guys. Good little tip.
Listing boosting.
See you in the next video.